He's better than expected, yeah, so I don't think he'll make it for the weekend, but we've got a free week after, possibly for the following Saturday. I expect him back definitely the midweek after that. I think you have to be able to change the systems. I think the big difference in football is when you play 3 at the back and 4 at the back. That totally changes the flow of the game and the style of the game and how you play it as well. So, but the players being able to adapt into those 2 systems is huge for me. I think we've played 4 at the back, we've played 3 at the back. It's try to combine it with during the game midweek. We flipped it during the game. So having the option and the players on the pitch within the team without making a sub to be able to do it makes a big difference as well, because you can kind of change the flow a little bit, and we managed to do that in the game. So it's really important to me that we keep working on that. I think there always a shake up in the summer. The teams at our level, generally don't, keep a hold of the players that, for long periods of time. At this level, there's no 4-year contracts getting played out. It's 1 and 2 year deals, which means that players move on to bigger things, or new players come in that you think can improve the team. And I think there's areas that we need to improve. Right from day one, we focused on the January market. And as soon as that shut, we've focused on the summer market, and we're making headway already. Speak to people and try to get people tied up in pre-contracts to make sure that what I don't want to do is come into the start of pre-season and only have 10 people here. We need to make sure we've got a good squad. It's not going to be the complete squad, but a squad good enough that 15, 16 first team players that we can really build the team for day one in pre-season training and get ourselves ready for that first game. It's natural football, that's it, that's what happens. People come, they go, they move on, whether it's up the way or whether it's down the way, that's life. So I know what I need to do. This period in time, obviously we're waiting to see where we end up in the league. Do we make the playoffs, do we not make the playoffs, which makes a big difference to what the planning comes for next year. So we need to do both sides of it. It's going to be really tough, to try and break them down will be difficult. I think they're 9 clean sheets in a row in games. They don't open up a lot. They keep their back 4 sitting there and midfield in front of them, and allow their attacking players to try and go and win the game. They've been doing really well in the cups, so it's a tough place to go at the best of times. But I think we're in decent form at the moment. We look pretty strong after a tough game during the week there, and we go down with confidence to get 3 points. Obviously we shape up to try and make sure we don't lose out in field and play, but the set plays are disappointing at the moment. I just feel that we're not aggressive enough when the ball goes in. The goal on Saturday was more a lack of organisation than that one of the players was out of position, and it caused the other player to have to react to it, and then his player scores a goal. So it's something we need to continue to try and work on. We're not the most physical team, not get the biggest players in the league, so it's always difficult. And in this league, it's a lot of goals get scored for set plays for every team. So if you can shut that out, then great. But I think if you look at all the teams, the majority of the goals they lose are set plays. I think if we had a look at the stats on it, I think we looked at the last 70 goals last week in the league, and I think it was 30% came for corners. So if you look at it, most teams are losing a lot of goals for it, because everyone's got 1 or 2 players that get really good delivery, they can put it on the money, and then most teams have got 3 or 4 boys that are 6'3" that are really aggressive in there. So if we could shut it down or try to do it, I don't expect to go through a whole season not losing any goals for set plays.